Tammy's got a channel. On YouTube she shines. The fake bake diaries, crafting in her own sweet time. She'll show you how to make fake ice cream that glows, giant gumdrops and cotton candy, whimsical treats she knows. Grab your scissors, get your glue. The crafting's just begun with a sprinkle of imagination.
Hello, I'm Tammy, and welcome to the Fake Bake Diaries. Today we're going to be making this incredible ribbon candy. So come and join me, and we'll dive right in.
Crafting with a twist, Fake Bake Diaries.
To make this huge ribbon candy, I have 3 bags of Bose foam clay. These are 500 grams, 1 pound, and you can find the link to purchase these below. I have white, red, and pink. Today I'm making a big one, but keep in mind that you can use this same strategy to make any size of ribbon candy. You can make tiny ones, medium ones, whatever size you want. It's all the same strategy. I'm gonna put these aside. I've decided to use 1 full bag of each to make sure it turns out huge. The first thing to do is condition your clay, and all that means is that you're warming the clay up and kneading it so that it's nice and stretchy and pliable.
Lights are twinkling, the snow's aglow.
Once the clay is conditioned, roll it into a little bit of a ball. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Holding hands under mistletoe, sharing gumdrops in the winter glow.
Now we'll take the clay, use the palms of your hands, not your fingers, and you can use up your arm too.
With every bite, our smiles,
And we keep moving across.
colors bright like dreams. So
I'm paying attention that my worm is developing equal width across. That's an important piece when you're making ribbon candy. You have to make sure that all of your worms are as equal as you can get them.
joy we can't compare. In your eyes a twinkle rare, sharing treasures everywhere. Snowflakes dancing around our feet. He from the heart can't compete with the warmth from a moment fleet, when our hearts in sync beat to beat. Sugar kisses, a frosty charm. Hold me close inside your arms. Through the chill and winter storms, love remains, it keeps us warm.
I need to make 2 more of these, the same width and the same length. Next I'll do pink rather than the red, only because the red pigment can get all over things. So I'm starting with my lightest color, starting with white, moving to my next lightest color, and red will be the last one to put on the table, just in case I get anything on the table.
Snowflakes falling, candy canes twirl. Gingerbread houses, everyone's whirl. In a land of sugar, elves dance around. Lollipops.
Right here, I noticed that I'd gone too narrow when I look at my white. If you do that, when you're rolling, instead of slightly pushing outwards to make it longer, slightly push inwards on both sides. And I want to thicken that piece up just a little bit. There we go, all fixed.
Marshmallow snowmen on parade. Sweetest dreams won't ever fade.
My pink and my white are finished. If it's taking you a little while to make your worms, you don't want your clay drying because you'll end up with little cracks in it. Have some saran wrap available so that you can quickly cover these so that less air gets to it. If you work fast, great. If you don't, cover your worms with saran until you're ready to put them together. This is what I'm talking about with the red. It kind of gets everywhere.
Sleigh bells ringing oh so clear. Peppermint laughter fills the air. Glowing flames in a fireplace. Gumdrop garlands, a warm embrace. Candy canes and mistletoe arch.
My 3 worms are laid out. They're about 80 inches long, and the width of them, because I had to change my camera view, I put saran wrap over top to keep them from air drying quickly. You can also spritz a little bit of water on it, but I never like to do that when I'm using red because red gets all over the place. That's up to you. Now I'm going to place them in the color order that I want. For the color order, I'd like the white one in the middle, so I have to lift the white one and put it into the middle and straighten all of them out.
Neighbors gather round, paints and ladders found. Lights are tangled tight, chaos in the night. Let's make our street right, colors in the night.
Next, I'll take my worms and put them together, but not squishing them too much. I'll make sure that they are attached to each other, but I'm not squishing very much.
Grin falls into the bin, tiny lights that gleam. Marie's Christmas tree. Let's make our street right, colors in the night. Oops, there goes a crash. Hey, don't splash the trash. Betty climbs to
Take a large rolling pin. Now you can decide to keep them like this. I'm only going to flatten them a little bit so that the clay keeps its shape. The thinner it is, the more it's going to turn out floppy on you. So I'm going to lightly roll this across.
Snowman wearing shades, ducks in parades, kids with candy canes, winter fun remains.
Any clay that's sticking out from the ends, just snip that off and put it back in your bag. So you can reuse that.
Grin falls into the bin, tiny lights that gleam. Marie's Christmas dream. Let's make our
I
street.
think I'd like it a little bit wider. I'm going to give this one more roll.
Oops, there goes a crash. Hey, don't splash the trash.
If you want your thicknesses exactly the same everywhere, take a ruler or paint sticks or whatever thickness you want. Make sure they're the same on both sides. You place one over here, and roll over top of that. And that will make sure that everything is exactly even. But I'm okay with the way mine is. Now I'll push in the edges, just straighten them up a little bit.
Snowmen wearing shades, ducks in parades, kids with candy canes.
Now lift your ribbon candy carefully, and you'll turn it on its side. This one is so long, you might want some things to prop it up.
In Candyland where fairies play, sugar plums float on a sleigh, gingerbread houses lit so bright, snowflakes dance in sweet delight. Gumdrops fall like winter rain, peppermint sticks mark the lane, lollipops grow from the ground, magic swirls all around.
For me, the bottom is flatter than the top, so I'll put this on the outside.
Christmas starts where dreams begin, candy canes in their little hands.
So just take a loop.
Magic land.
I'm going to leave this out a little bit. Okay, I'm leaving this curved. Oh, a little bit more.
Marshmallow clouds in the sky, chocolate rivers flowing by, ice cream hills and jelly roads, toffee trees with caramel coats. In the night with stars so bright, fairies guide our Christmas flight to a place.
Before I push these together, I'll be laying out all of my swirls.
Licorice lanes and cotton snow, everywhere you look they glow. Cupcake towers reaching high, whispers of a lullaby. Gumdrops fall like winter rain, peppermint sticks mark the lane, lollipops grow from the ground, magic swirls all around. Sugar plum and fairies swirl and spin, Christmas starts where dreams begin, candy canes in their little hands take us to that magic land.
Let's take a quick look from above. I have not pushed anything together yet.
Toffee trees with caramel coats. In the night with stars so bright.
Now that I'm happy with this, I'm going to push together these tops right at the top here and give them a light squeeze together.
Glittering gumdrops piled high so sweet. Whimsical colors like a Candyland tree. Friends by the fire feeling warm inside as the snow falls softly on this magical night. Gumdrop trees standing tall and proud. Houses made of candy so cozy and round. Fairies fly and dance with joy in their eyes in this fantasy world where dreams can't hide. Let's taste the sweetness of the sugar delight. Gumdrops on our tongues like fireworks in the night. Together we'll sing a Merry Christmas cheer in this gumdrop wonderland.
For the ends of the ribbons, I'll cut a dovetail. While it's wet, to help avoid any cracking, I'm going to take my gloss Mod Podge and Mod Podge over the top here. When you're applying your Mod Podge, apply it on the red first without touching the white. The red dyes come off on your paintbrush and go into your Mod Podge, and they will end up on your other colors. Wash your paintbrush, clean out your Mod Podge container, put new Mod Podge in. Anytime you have a dark color with foam clay, the same thing will happen. When you have your Mod Podge on like this, if you want to glitter it, now is a great time to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of this glitter from Michaels. It's a fine glitter called Snow, and I'll sprinkle that on top while it's wet. If you're using glitter, it makes it easier to shirt over. So I've dumped all of this on here, and I can take the rest of the glitter and put it back in here after. So I'm going to carefully lift this.
In the dead of night, when all is still, fairies gather atop.
And if you feel like it's sticky with glue, just put some glitter on there, and you'll be able to hang on to that.
They turn the streets to magical things, sneaking past doors and windows closed tight, sprinkling sugar where the moonlight is bright, turning trees to candy canes tall, smiling wide at the wonder of it all.
And then every hour I'll come back and just keep flipping it over all day today. Now my ribbon candy has been sitting now for a few days to dry, and it's not dry yet. When it is dry, I'm going to put on triple thick sealer. It's nice and thick, as the name says, and it gives it a nice thick candy gloss finish.
Sugar rush sweetness, oh,